Here with Josi Noble to preview the 2024 indoor track and field season. And as we record this, there has already been one meet, the early bird meet last week, of course. Just wanted to start with a little bit of background on yourself. Native of Stromsburg, Nebraska, and you went to Cross County High School. Seward, not too far from home for you, but what was it that maybe convinced you that you wanted to be a student athlete at Concordia?
Most of it was just talking with Faisal. I've talked to him since like my sophomore year of high school, and he easily became like another family member. Like he just knew everything, like he remembered everything, and that was impressive. Just memorizing everything about his like recruits. Like he knew my grandparents very well. Like he'd come up to them at a meet and they'd be talking like they were brothers. My grandpa though also just talks to everyone like that's who he is. But the fact that Faisal took time out of like his track meet or trying to talk to everyone, just knowing my family and getting to know them, even my siblings. He knew all three of my siblings, and they're very shy people. So the fact that he knew information about them, that was impressive. And then talking to Hinkfoot, he's just very like wanted to get to know me on a personal level, not just like an athletic level. So that was very impressive to me.
How much did you know about Concordia, or was this kind of something totally new?
It was something new. Like I knew it was definitely a college, but like it wasn't really on my radar until Faisal reached out to me, and then that's kind of like when I really did my research into the school. I found out about like its criminal justice program, and like that's what I wanted to do, and that was like one of like the big deciding factors of me choosing to come to Concordia.
Yeah, criminal justice and psychology. What have you enjoyed about what you've studied so far?
It's a little weird, but my forensic science class has definitely been like my favorite with Professor Huntington. Yeah, you look at some disturbing pictures, but like that's what I want to do. I want to do criminal investigations, and the fact that like you actually get to like see it and like learn it is what's really like interesting to me. So like that's been my favorite class, but everything is so like hands-on. Like you actually learn the way the system works. You learn a lot more than just being a cop. You learn like why the system is the way it is and how it is, like how it came to be.
Well, kind of shifting to track and field and what you've been able to do so far at Concordia, able to experience the national meets last year, win an All-America award as part of the 4x4 relay. What kind of stood out to you about that whole experience?
It was definitely a new experience. Like I've been to state and high school, but nothing can compare to nationals. Like it's definitely crazy, but it's an eye opener. Like it's amazing. Like you're surrounded by people who do this like track for a living. Like track is their life, and it's just different because in high school it's kind of like people are like, oh, I just do track just to do track. You come here and track is my life. Like track is what I do. It's like it's my passion, and it's kind of nice to be around that. Like in high school it's like different, especially coming from a small school, and then being in college it's like everyone's here for this, like everyone's here for you, and it's just like the support is amazing.
And you got to be a part of the women's program, winning 8th and 9th GPAC championships in a row. So even before you got here, that had started long before. But what do you feel like now that you've been a part of it makes this program special?
It's not even the winning that makes this program special, it's just how close we are. Like we're a sisterhood, we all support each other, we all know each other outside of track as well. It's not just a track and a winning thing, but even if we weren't a winning team, which we are, but we would all be so close and so supportive of each other, and that's what makes it special.
How do you describe kind of what those moments were like when you have the opportunity to do like the victory lap after a conference meet with your teammates?
It's amazing. Like these girls have been the reason that I feel like I've been doing as good as I have on the college level, and it's to them, their support, and it's just being able to take that victory lap with them, and like knowing like how hard terrible Tuesdays are, how hard like the Jim Ryan workout are, but like knowing that we've pushed through it together, we've supported each other through it together, and so being able to take that victory lap together is really like a high moment, cloud nine feeling.
Well, and you get a chance to compete in a lot of different events, especially as a multi-event athlete. What was that process like of kind of figuring out what first that you enjoyed track and field at some point, and then kind of figuring out what events are best for you?
At first, it was definitely struggle bus. I came in, I've never thrown a shot put, I've never high jumped, I've never short hurdled. I did 300 hurdles, but doing a 3-step hurdle is a lot different than a 8-step or a 9-step hurdle. So it's definitely frustrating. A lot of tears of frustration. Like, I've never long jumped. I'm a triple jumper, so just trying to learn the difference and the muscle memory. It was frustrating, but with the group of multi-goals that there are, like, that's the whole reason, like, I pushed through it. A lot of tears, a lot of sweat, a lot of crying, but also a lot of team bonding as well. And that's really why I am where I am. I love shot put, and usually after high jump, I'd be so frustrated that it just comes naturally. Just a little bit of frustration, all your frustration can come out in shot put.
Then you get to work a little bit with Coach Ed too. Then.
Yeah,
yeah.
We love Ed.
Yeah. In high school, I've got it down that you competed also in basketball, dance, softball, volleyball. What's some of your favorite memories of doing all of those sports?
Basketball was definitely, we'd have team bonding moments at our coach's house, and he was like a brother to us. Like, he wanted the best for us, so it was kind of like cool to see how much he cared for us, but also we were so close together because in a small school you are forced. So I played the same girls for volleyball, basketball, dance, like track. I was with them all 24/7, so just like those friendships got so close, and I guess that's why I ended up choosing Concordia versus like a major, bigger school, because it's just the family unity of being in a sport. It's not necessarily the winning, it's just like the family and the friendships that come from it.
And if this is right, you stole 6 bases in one game in softball.
Yeah.
I guess that's how it translates to track.
Yeah.
They must not have been paying attention to
No,
you.
and it's like my coach knew that I was aggressive. My coach knew I was fast. So like she's like, we're gonna use that.
As far as last week, the early bird meet took place. So what did you kind of take away from that as a starting point for this indoor season?
It definitely went off a lot better than I was expecting. I was expecting it to go better than the first year, but I did not expect it to go that well. Going into it though, I'm usually like freaking out before a track meet, but I was very like calm-headed going into this meet. I was not expecting some of those things, but it's just the way it is. Like, I knew my confidence level in myself was a lot better. But I was just not expecting it to go like that. I walk in Saturday morning, and I was a little late, but I walked in the Haley Miles jumping 5.9 meters, and I was like, oh wow, we're jumping big today. So it kind of like knowing my teammates could jump that well, it gave me confidence in myself. We've been training with them to be able to jump just as far.
And I guess some of that's a byproduct of the work that's gone in through the fall. That's really the behind the scenes type of stuff. But what can you say just about what your fall was like and how important that is to, I guess, to make use of that time going into indoor season?
So fall was hard. Going into freshman year, I didn't really know what to expect fall-wise, so you just kind of went with the flow. But I feel like coming back this fall was definitely harder because you knew some of the harder workouts, like how your body would feel after that, so you're kind of just like dreading that feeling. But then also achieving that feeling with like, you know what, we're going to make this better. This is what's going to make me get to nationals. This is what's going to get me to run a 57 instead of a 58 in the 400. Like, this is going to be like the end of a multi when I don't want to run the 800 because I know it's going to hurt, but I have to do it anyway. So it's just kind of like facing like the mental hard aspect of it was a lot tougher, but the physical part of it became easier because I had been through the program. I've been through the strength training. Like, I know what to expect, but it's just mentally overcoming that was what was hard.
I'm sure there are some things hopefully that are a little bit easier as a sophomore too compared to freshman year, but I guess looking to 2024, what would make this coming track seasons a success for you?
I feel like just knowing the confidence in myself, knowing that I know how the meets are going to run, I know what to expect. I have a lot more confidence in myself just as a person, as a track athlete, on and off the track. So that's a big thing, is just carrying myself with the confidence, but not letting it get to my head. So it's also being able to, like, know these girls can beat me, but I'm going to go out and compete with them. I'm going to go out and show them, like, there's a reason that I'm here.
And one more off-topic thing, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie is definitely The Grinch, but like the Jim Carrey one.
Can you recite a line, your favorite line from that movie?
It's definitely like when Cindy Lou walks into him in the back of the mailroom, and she's like screaming, and they're screaming back and forth, and then she's like, and he goes, the Grinch. So like for early bird, we always wear Christmas socks. So the past 2 years, my socks have had that line from The Grinch.
All right, you were prepared for that.
Yeah.